Hi everyone, it's Cal. I hope you're doing well. I want to say thank you for being here. Without you coming here and sharing, liking, commenting, and questioning, this channel wouldn't even be a go. So thank you for being here again. I wanted to redo the last video, the four elements. Number one, it just wasn't comprehensive enough. And number two, I think I said a sentence backwards and that just throws everything off. So I'm here today to talk about the four elements, and I want to start in a general way from sort of the very beginning. Let's think of the universe as a square. Okay, I want you to think about the universe as a square. And I also want you to remember that within this square, there are only two forces, okay? Two forces, feminine, masculine. And those two forces together form the four directions. Those two forces together form the elements. Okay, so the feminine element runs east and west, and that is going to be earth and fire, okay? And the masculine element runs north and south, and that's water and air. Now just remember, on the podium of light, everything in the universe is light, okay? Everything is light. But everything, most of it is light we can't see. And I know I mentioned this before, but it's really important to remember this, because down the road, when we get close to the end of our videos, you're going to see why this is important. Then you're going to have a massive aha. So everything is light in the universe. And let's just say that this is light here, the light we can't see. This is the blue, okay? And so the light we can see is right here, this tiny little blip of light in the center is the light we can see. And this is the light that science measures and puts all of its theoretical laws on top of. This little bit of light right here, okay? And the rest is sort of based on theory. So the huge, phantasmic podium of all light in the universe, and this is the light we measure here. Okay, the four elements. The four elements are very important because they are the building blocks for everything that we see, and that means they are the building blocks for everything in your body. And understand the building blocks, these four building blocks can actually help you heal your body and get your body more in alignment to do the Kundalini. For example, there have been many studies done, and the studies that are being done right now are fascinating because they're sort of mind-body incorporated. And they are understanding that water-like movements, just on one study that I read, water-like movements can actually recreate synovial fluid in the joints. Okay, so that water-like movement, water is obviously one of the elements, and then there are three others, and mimicking their characteristics or their behaviors can actually heal many things inside of you. But being able to determine what kind of element you need is something that we're going to look at later on. So now, how do the elements relate to the circle? How do the elements relate to the circle? Well, remember, we're thinking of the universe as a square, and this is really important. And then we're thinking about energy within the square moving in a circle. And then we've got the four elements, okay? And remember, we were talking about the Meridian Wheel. Now, the Meridian Wheel is how energy moves in your body, and it's documented by traditional Chinese medicine, over 5,000 years old. The Meridian Wheel documents all the movement of energy through your organs in a 24-hour cycle. This 24-hour cycle matches the Earth cycle. and so on. Their cycle matches the precessional cycle, and so on and so forth, and we will look at that later. The Wheel of Zodiacs, actually relates to your Meridian Wheel, and it carries archetypes, and these archetypes are defined by the 4 elements. So we've got, let me just say this in a different way. We've got the, let's say this is the Zodiac Wheel. We've got the Zodiac Wheel. The Zodiac is actually a blueprint. It's a template for everything on the planet and beyond. And it is also a template to the human body. And it works in a very, very specific way. So we've got the template of Zodiacs here, and there are 12 main archetypes which have been defined. Because what these archetypes are actually defining is universal energy. Universal energy, because not only is the universe a square, but we'll look at how your body is a square later, and how the energy in your body spirals, okay? So your energetic, your vibrational body actually spirals or circles, however you want to say it, but the components of this circle, whether it spirals or whether it circles, the geometric components of the circle are the same. We'll look at that later too. We're going to qualify everything, but I'm first going to give you the great big overview. So the 12 zodiacs are 12 basic archetypes of vibrational energy that is from the universal body that is reflected into the human body, because you are created in the likeness of God, and we will look at how exactly you are as we get further on in these videos, and you're going to be amazed at how beautiful you are. We've got the 12 zodiacs. These 12 zodiacs fit right into, or I should say the Meridian Wheel fits right in here, and we can see how these archetypes actually each reflect a vibration in each of your 12 main organs. Okay, so let me say that again. The template of the universe is the Zodiac Wheel. The Zodiac Wheel defines the vibrational force, the vibrational energy within each of your 12 main organs. Okay, so how does that relate to the feminine and masculine? The feminine and masculine create the 4 energies. The 4 energies create the 4 elements. The 4 elements are the building blocks of everything. There are 12 main forces or vibrations that have been defined by specific archetypes. And this is why you don't see all these archetypes in the sky. This is why they exist on the wheel. Each of the glyphs for the wheel, each glyph that goes with each zodiac is actually a cheat sheet to know the energy flowing through the human body. That's why you don't see the glyphs in the sky, and we'll look at that later on too. Okay, so now the 4 elements, each archetype, which is each organ, has a dominant element. So when you practice the characteristics of this element, it is reflected into your organs. Also, when you're not getting enough of that element, the organ can get sick because it is dependent on a certain type of vibrational energy. Just remember, everything is vibrational. Everything in the universe is vibrational, which means obviously everything in your body is vibrational. And everything can be defined by the one blueprint, the one universal blueprint, which is the Zodiac Wheel. That's why the Zodiac Wheel was so important. That's why we see their motifs and their symbols everywhere. Not because they make personal charts for individual readings or for readings for what's going to happen to each country, but because they actually define the energy within the human body, and everybody knew that we are on the path to unite with God, to do the Kundalini and unite with God, and that this was the pathway to do it, to follow the vibrational template on how to align your energy so that you can not only solidify your mind body, but also so that you can unite with the forces out, which is the father force, and you can unite with the force down, which is the mother force. And just remember, in this entire square, this is the mother force. And because her force is so great, it dominates everything. So that all the components of the wheel must connect to this center. And this center, you guessed it, it's receptive force, and that's love, okay? Now, all these components go together to work in a very specific way, and we will look at how they all work to bring you to the one constant state, which is compassionate love. Ultimately, I mean, that's why we're all here, because love is strength. Love is actually great strength. And this is the constant that we are working towards becoming. And this knowledge, you know this, after you do the Kundalini, you will connect to this knowledge that love is all, but we're all on the path to go there, me included, everybody. And there are, and the template of Zodiacs was created to actually help get us there. So again, thank you for watching today. It was a bit to chew off. If you have any questions, please put them below so that I can answer. Please like, share this video, and your comments are so much appreciated. Thanks again for being here, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye for now.